I don't say more, an open door won't go my way. If my haunting past won't burst, then I won't be okay.
Hey kid, you're 5 years old, a young man with a mind of his own. Pillow forts, no pictures and phones. You're a boy but you can wait till you're grown. Mom and dad's teaching things about life. Don't give up, get back up on that bike. Learning numbers, you wonder at night. You're hearing people tell your parents that your future is bright and it's great. They tell you to wait. Now once will you come home with no food on your plate? You go to school, pack the lunch that you eat on your break. And on your worst days or your birthdays they'll have bought you a cake. What it takes to make you smile so you know that you're loved. And for them to give it all and just hope's enough. Understand, let's sell a house if you say that you're stuck. Money will never be a problem but you'll always be tough. You grow up in your head now, things start to change. You're causing most of the trouble but you're never to blame. Guilty feeling in your stomach, you can stomach the pain. Always say you're playing around, emphasis on playing. No sense of how you feeling lost in the dark. Think you try to make them laugh, think you're lost who you are. Think it might become a danger spending days in the bar. But they demand a certain man that can drink on par. Till one lonely summer spent swallowing down. You get a phone call from Connor, you're just joking around. You're hearing nothing but his breath and then you're begging for sound. And what he utters from his mouth, he says the William has drowned. They say he did sell a house if you say that you're stuck. Money will then he jumped to his death. Not a reason or goodbye when he left. Just a lot of broken hearts if you only knew what he meant. And as you come home, you're looking down on your friend, but his body lying cold with a clutch in his hand. Trying to make a move, do everything that you can. And behind the tears to fill your eyes, think that this is the end. See, how can this be? This was your escape, this was up your sleeve. Now you're getting angry cause it's him, not me. And there's a part of you that hates for the friend you weep. And you're ashamed of how you're feeling. Shame turns into panic and the panic turns to drinking. The longer you go on, the more you see yourself a villain. See a person in the mirror who you hate and it's a prison. Pity party on yourself cause you despise what you become. You can get up in the morning, you can venture in the sun. And it just begins to tighten like your heart becomes a ton. Think your time is finally over, all this pain is almost done. Always tired, but when you sleep at night you're having dreams of apologies and making it right. You make a real big effort to be living a life, but all you are is just a kid who must live in this fight with your friends. You'll be lying to the end, saying things are always good, but they know you're a mess. Last night they heard you crying, stains of blood on your desk. They'll always pressure you for answers, but you'll never confess. Slam the door, you don't wanna talk anymore. Find your photos as a kid, place them out on the floor. Writing letters to yourself, reaching down to the core. But all these words just to comfort till he opens some more. Still he can't, so you continue to dance with the devil in your ears as the death is a blast. Knows how much you want it, so he dares you to ask. Say that we can make it easy if we plan in advance, that you promised. This is painfully honest. The day that William died, you had pledged to live on with any thought that you might have that your life isn't worth it. Knew to feel alive, you must get out and earn it, so you wait. Like you were told as a kid, carry on regardless, be it heartless or hid. Become as another artist, make up classes you missed. To graduate from college with some knowledge in this, that you survived all those years in the ledge. To be what they expected, not the person who bled. To be the child of loving parents who once tuck you to bed. To be the person you admire, not the devil you fed. You're seeing light, coming home to plane ticket. Mom and dad, I thank you for this life, I'll go live it. Once upon a time I was in trouble, I admit it. I wish I could take it back, but now changing how I did it was the comfort in the feeling. Know that you knew me, knew that I could be some trouble, knowing that you wouldn't leave. Knew that I could have this problem, knowing that you couldn't see. Knew if I gave up on living, knowing that you couldn't breathe. You take their hand and you kiss them both goodbye. I'll call you when I get there, I love you and I'll try to make something of myself, to find some peace up in my mind, to chase the dream that I was destined to achieve until I die. Heavy plate, you're just a victim of fate. Doesn't mean that you're a failure if your life's starting late. You find yourself being happy with the more you create. Well, funny as it happens is they told you to wait.
Ooh, that track is so fire. You know the theme
In the
music.
summer,
Come on.
lighting up, she's smoking trees. Only daughter,
Caesar C in the house,
a
baby.
man she hasn't seen.
Caesar C in the
And
house.
there's no real one emotion she
Happy
can
Pi Day,
say what
Cat.
she needs. First second she
Woo.
hates you, then she's horny. Baby, stay with me, please. She can't imagine
Caesar C, this is the theme music, baby.
staying the night here
Welcome.
by herself. Lord of mercy,
Lot of mercy.
cause all the guys they go through hell. Taking your phone, she'll
Yeah, still,
hold the
baby.
morning, then put back on your shelf. But fuck it, she's crazy and I love it, and I want her myself. Saying what's hard with your day, with your night. You open the door and your man walked out. He said he
Let's
had tired
go.
of the games you play. Never give it some thought, but I get you stay. Feeling some ground with the feet, with the fall.
Woo.
But you hit the phone, but your man won't call. Have a Superman pose with a brand new cape. How about give me some love and I'm on my way. I'm on my
way. You gotta be singing the song.
I'm on my way.
It's the jam, right? Woo, it's the jam. It is the jam, buddy. Welcome. Ooh, it feels so good to be back. Good morning, Cassie. Good morning, Mitchell Wayne. Dr. GTI in the house. Caesar C up in this piece. Bam Britt. What's up? Bam Britt. Ryan Joel. What's up? Newfo. Happy anniversary. Thank you, man. Much love. Respect. Not my anniversary yet. Month and a half. Month and 10 days. Reminds me of Linkin Park track. Still vaping. Yeah, Jeanette. Cheer. What's up, old Raven? Never give it some thought, but I get used to feeling some ground with the feet, with the fall. Got your ear to the phone, but your man won't call. I have a Superman pose with a brand new cape. How about give me some love and I'm on my way. I'm on my way. Yeah. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. It took me a minute. Oh my goodness. Good morning, everybody. How are you today? How are you this morning? Happy Pie Day. It's a slice of pie. Ooh, man, that is the track. If you guys were listening earlier, that first track that I played was Wait by Steel Fon. You know, I'm mixing it up a little bit. You know, you gotta show all the sides of Steel Fon, you know? He's got a lot of tracks, you know? I know you guys have heard this one, right? You guys have heard this one, right? Ooh, this one's beautiful. I'm a slow dance with my girl to this one, Under the Gazebo.
Like a touch from a shooting star, you put your hand in my open palm. Can't explain how we came along.
No shit.
Loving was you.
Still fun.
Growing more with the
Lilies and
days we
daisies.
spent.
That's called a
Writing
taco.
poems to say what you meant. Yeah, we knew this would have to end, 'cause you weren't home.
You hear that? You hear this,
I
young
know
man?
he's gone and you cry sometimes. I felt the pain, he was on your mind. I swore to love, I would hold the line. How about lilies and daisies for you?
Ooh, it's a banger.
And even though that you can't move
It's a
on,
banger, ladies and
across the
gentlemen.
earth, I would write you songs.
Listen to that. Yeah, listen to that talented young man from Ireland sing. Listen to him sing. Pour his heart out on the track. All right. We'll get on with it. Lilies and Daisies. Caesar C. I miss you, man. We missed you. Where have you been my whole life? What's up, guys? So sorry about the late start. I woke up this morning and then I was like, okay, I always have to restart my computer fresh right before the stream. Restarted my computer and then it just would not turn back on. It wouldn't close out and it was just sitting there thinking. I don't know what it was thinking about. I only run 2 programs on here. Actually, you know, it's funny, when I bought this computer, I don't think the Best Buy guy was ready for my honesty. He said, well, what do you plan on using your computer for? I said, watching YouTube videos and porno, mostly. I was joking with him, but he was like really taken aback. I don't know. Maybe he was Mormon. Good morning, everybody. How you doing? So if you guys were listening earlier, the track that I can't sing along, I'm at the office. Cheer, cheer, you know, first time I ever met the artist Steel Fon, you know, I was over in Ireland, you know, performing in Dublin, shit, you know, shout out to all my Irish folks, shit. The first track I played today was Steel Fon, Wait, which is his like hip hop song. It's like if you guys were listening to this man's lyrics, he was just spitting lyrics at a ferocious pace, singing. And if you listen to the lyrics of that song, it's all like real shit. He's talking about his life right there. And then, of course, the theme song to the show, I'm on My Way, written and performed by Steel Fon. And then that song I just played for you, I think personally, his number 1 song right there is Lilies and Daisies. When that song finally hits, you're going to hear that song on commercials. You're going to see people dancing. It's going to go viral. People are going to be recording wedding videos to that song. It's a banger. Those 3 songs by the artist Steel Fon. The reason why I'm hitting you over the head, sound more like the worst bye guy. Oh my God. Is it too early for a thumbs up? Is it too early for one of these? Jen Matt, my comedy writer right there, nailing the jokes, coming through with solid jokes every single day. Jen Matt. Oh my God. You missed your calling in life. You should really be writing for Jimmy Fallon or someone funnier than Jimmy Fallon, like Jimmy Kimmel. Or, I don't know, is there another Jimmy out there? Jimmy! So, the reason why I'm hitting you over the head with that man Steel Fon right there is because he's going to be on the show tomorrow! Yes! I don't know if you guys got the memo. I did let a couple people, I told Dr. GTI when we were playing dominoes that we're going to do that. I think Steel Fon dropped the news on his social medias, but I don't know if I really told you guys yet, but yes! I am going to be doing my first interview in a long time, with the artist known as Steel Fon, my man from Ireland, who now resides in LA, who just recently got his visa. He is legal to be in this country finally. It's funny. It's funny when, you know, this image of an illegal alien in this country, we always think of like a Mexican person, right? They like look like me, you know? Can I check your papers? But yeah, the artist Steel Fon is going to be my first interview on this channel. I am fucking grateful. Excuse my language. I am blessed. Just to be his friend and just to know him, I feel blessed. But he's super talented, and just to know someone that talented is just like a real blessing in life. But yeah, he agreed to come on the show. We want to really pump his music up right now. We really want to promote him as an artist, and I think this is going to be a nice start. You know, a little casual conversation between friends, and I think it's gonna. We'll do a legit interview, and then we might break bad halfway through the interview and just start downing some beers, because you know when the natives and Irish get together, you know, anything can happen. Someone's gonna vomit. So yeah, those 3 songs, I just showcased the range of Steel Fon right there. Too bad he's not in the chat right now. But yeah, Wait is the first song that I ever heard by this young man. And I was blown away the first time I ever heard it. I was blown away. Sorry, I'm reading some stuff right here. When I first met him in the mid 2000s, I probably met him around 2012 or 2013, something like that. 2013, 2014, I probably met him. And he had long hair back then. You know, he wore his hair in a ponytail, and he was fresh off the boat from Ireland. And did you do something to your houseplant? It was yellowing a bit in your previous streams. Oh, you know, my sister went out of town for a while, and when my sister goes out of town, the plants don't get watered because, you know, I'm me. And I don't water plants. That watering plants is not my bag, baby. So yeah, I think the plants get a little yellow when my sister goes out of town. Plus, it's like freezing cold. So I think that being right next to the window, this is the coldest spot in the house, which I chose to broadcast from. Sorry, one second. So yeah, the plants, you know, the plants are like a hypercolor shirt, you know? You guys remember those? Hypercolor shirt? They change colors when you touch them? No, I'm joking. I'm trying to kill the plant because it tries to kill me. Feed me, Seymour. So yeah, the man himself, the writer of the theme song, coming on the show. I'm very, very pumped about this. So yeah, that's going to be tomorrow. So 100% tune in tomorrow. And hey, we have 12 people watching right now. 100% tune in tomorrow. And try to get, if you see that notification, try to get in early, because I know Steel Fon has his audience. I have my audience. And of course, this goddamn YouTube channel caps out at 25 viewers. So, you know, you want to get in when you can. And by the way, you're doing great. All of you. My girlfriend made me coffee this morning. I don't think she really realized that I wanted a more masculine mug. You know, there's plenty of mugs that she could have poured the coffee into, but she gave me this very feminine, you're doing great mug. This is like the kind of mug you give a teacher. I have no clue where we got this mug at because there's no teachers anywhere close by. But I appreciate the coffee. Thanks, girl. So yeah, sorry. She's laughing. All right, I'm glad she's laughing. That could have went either way right there. Let's see. So I brought up this article. Let's see. And I was just going to read it real quick to set up the whole Steel Font thing. Let's see. So there's this article that I read a while back when COVID first started. It's about a fundraiser for 2 Native American tribes hard hit by the coronavirus pandemic has received tens of thousands of dollars from Ireland, which may say is payback for tribal support during the Great Famine. Aha. Let's see here. And just, I love role play. Oh, Caesar C's like, you're what? You're what? I got a girlfriend. And she's, let me just get this gushy stuff out of the way. I got a girlfriend. She's hot and she's fucking perfect for me mentally. Like we're right there. We're on the same wavelength. All the time. You know, there's something about like the way I almost think of like our brain is almost like the Terminator's brain, you know, from Terminator 2 or Terminator 1 or Terminator 3 or Terminator 4 or Terminator 5. Man, they overdid that franchise. But like when we can kind of just like visually scan things with our eyes and it either meets our expectations, it either meets, you know what I'm saying? Like you could look at a car, some people will look at a Toyota a Yaris and their eyes will scan it and they'll say, that's a beautiful car. And then someone like me will look at a Yaris and be like, ugh, I'd rather walk. Oh shit, my bad, I didn't know you were here. Good morning. Ale is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Ale is in the house.
My plant is not yellow.
Huh?
My plant is not yellow.
Yeah, it is right here.
Well, then cut it off.
Huh?
Cut that one off.
I'm gonna cut it off? Crazy. I don't take care of plants. That's not my bag. But there's, and by the way, my girlfriend and Ayla get along together, which is even better, even better. So when I first saw my girlfriend, when I first saw what she looked like, my eyes scanned her face and it was just like hitting all the points. You know what I'm saying? Like eyes, cheeks, smile, body, hair, everything. And my eyes approved. It was just like, and I got approval, you know? And then I got to know her and I was like, okay, this is going somewhere. And she has a beautiful forehead. I'm really into foreheads. Not 3 heads, not 5 heads, 4 heads. Love them. Anyways, yeah, Caesar C, I got a girlfriend. So let's see here. I'm going to read this article right here. Hundreds of comments on the GoFundMe page raising money to help the Navajo and Hopi nations cite a donation by the Choctaw tribe. Cite a donation by the Choctaw tribe to Ireland in 1847 as the inspiration for their donation, which has collected over $4 million so far. So this is all happened at the start of COVID. The Choctaw Nation sent the Irish monetary aid during the Irish potato famine. During this dark period in Irish history, over 1 million Irish died while they were abandoned by their British rulers. But the Irish never forgot. And we are repaying the generosity of the Choctaw Nation now in 2020. So from 1847, the Irish people paid it forward in 2020. Not forgetting that they too were suffering greatly under British rule during this period also. Reads one comment from late May. Thank you for the help that Native American people showed to the Irish people at our time of struggle. It is fitting that their descendants can return that wonderful act of goodwill and kindness. The Irish and Native American connection may seem an unlikely alliance to the casual observer, but not to history doctoral candidate Conor Donan. He has spent an academic career looking at the Irish diaspora in the United States and in the process uncovered stories highlighting the transatlantic solidarity between Ireland and Native nations dating back to the 1800s. The Choctaw donating to the Irish was not just philanthropic, but it was also a critique of an imperialism in the United States, he says. These were nations that were victims of the Anglo-Protestant imperial project. So basically, Irish people and natives have been friends. We've had a connection. We've had a bond since the 1840s, 1847. And me and Steel Fawn, you know, we I'm not gonna say we hit it off right away. Cheeks, Jen Matt cheeks. She has very nice cheeks. She's a smiley person. You know, I always said that. Like, I would have seen these Instagram models, you know, and they're just like, they're like frowning, or they do the Zoolander face, you know, or they're very like stoic or something. You know, anytime you see like beautiful women on screen, they don't smile. You know, I hate that. You know, I want to see the true beauty in a person comes out when you smile, when you're happy. And my girlfriend smiles all the freaking time. I don't know. There might be something wrong with her. You should have that checked out, babe. So yeah, I got another laugh. That could have went either way. Elbows, Nufo. I'm totally down with elbows. You know what I'm saying? That little, what is it? The weenus, right? So what was I talking about? Oh yeah, Irish. So yeah, me and Steel Fawn, we didn't exactly hit it off right away. Well, right away, you know, he was an artist, I was a writer, he was a performer, and so, you know, we had that bond. But we used to work together. And back when we first met, and we'll talk more about this tomorrow, but back when me and Steel Fawn first met, Lady Robin, whatever, what's up, Irish? Mitchell Trubisky to the Steelers, good luck. Chase Edmonds to the Dolphins. Okay. What's up, G? That's my cousin right there. G Illuminati on the west side. He's on the real west side. Yeah, me and Steel Fawn, we hit it off as artist to artist, but we worked together. And at the time, he was like full-blown Irishman. And by that, I meant like he was drinking his ass off. He was partying. Part of it was just his, all right, later, sis. Part of it was his social life. You know, he was like working at restaurants, and he was trying to get his music out there. So he was trying to network with people in LA. And so he was going out all the time drinking, and he would come to work hungover. And like my boss was hella hard on me. We worked for this old Greek woman who I love, Mia. I love you. But she was really hard on me. You know, I think a lot of times when I work at a job, people expect so much from me because I work really hard. And so they expect that 100% every day. And Steel Fawn, he's smart enough to just come in and do 20% at the very beginning. And so nobody expects 100% from him. They're like, oh, he's always at 20%. And so Steel Fawn would come in sometimes hung over as shit. And the boss would like make him breakfast and let him sit down and take a nap. And I'd be like working double time because I'm covering him and I'm working my own shift. And I'd be so fucking pissed at him. And me and another dude we worked with, Christian, we would hate on Steel Fawn, you know? So we kind of had some funk in the beginning there. And I told you about when he threw up in my bathroom, and we'll talk about that story and all that stuff. But over time, me and Steel Fawn became really good friends. Like, we went from just kind of acknowledging each other to not really liking each other. And then he actually quit that job. And when he quit in kind of a funky way. And so that we were like kind of really throwing shade at him. And then he got a job next door to me as a bartender, and me and him, and that's when we really bonded. You know, I would go to his bar and have beers, and we would just talk all night. Like literally, like I would go there at like 6 o'clock and stay with him at the bar until like 3 a.m. And we would just talk about writing and art and music. And we really formed a bond, and you know, he would come and hang out at my house, and I would go to his house, and we would just go out together. We would go see concerts together, and I would say now, through that tumultuous relationship, me and Steel Fawn, he's definitely one of my greatest friends. Absolutely one of my greatest friends. I would even count him, if I usually don't have more than 5 friends at a time. And I would say right now that he is on my hand as one of my best friends, for sure. My cousin G, Pete, Josh, Steel Fawn, and my girlfriend, and Ayla. 6 fingers. I have 6 fingers on one hand. I'm weird. So yeah, me and Steel Fawn steals beer. He steals beer. There was at least 4 beers, but I think there was 6 beers left that night. And when I woke up in the morning, they were gone. And I remember his backpack was full when he left the house, and he threw up in the bathroom and didn't tell me. But yeah, I would say that Steel Fawn is definitely one of my best friends right now, and I really respect him as an artist. And he's coming on the show tomorrow, so please, guys, be ready for that show. I'm going to wake up extra early. I'm going to make sure that all my technical difficulties are fixed, and we are going to rock that show tomorrow. I'm guessing that we're going to do at least 2 hours of straight interview. But I think me and Steel Fawn might even go farther than that. After the beers get open, we're going to start throwing back a couple beers, and who knows where the interview is going to go. So please, 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 please tune in tomorrow. It is going to be Steel Fawn Day tomorrow. You got to beware. It's the Ides of March. Okay. You got to beware the Ides of March. Lady Robin, whatever. Hello, Gizmo. I miss you. Where is he? All right. Let's do a little Gizmo appearance. The people asked for it, and you get it. Here we go. Look at him. Look at that young man right there. Look at that. 16-year-old. Look at that 16-year-old face. Look at that mug. Look at that mug. Ah, look at him. Look at him. You love it. You love the camera time, Giz. You love the camera time. Gizmo. You love this. You love this. You love this. All right. That's the Gizmo appearance. You got the Gizmo appearance. Yo, Tana May in the house. Tana May in the house. What's up? I don't watch anime, but I watch Tana May. All right. And my cousin G Illuminati 310, he's the person that started Westside Weed Smoke with me. Westside Weed Smoke was a fantasy football league, and me and G created it together. We came up with his name together, so I got to thank G Illuminati for basically giving me my brand. My brand is Westside Weed Smoke now, and it all started from me and G's original fantasy football league, which is still going on to this day. Hey, what's up, Joey Slag? What's up, man? I am in love. I can say I am in love. Yeah. I've never said those words before. But yes, your boy is in love, and it feels good. I got to admit, it feels good. Let's say, and by the way, welcome, Lady Robin, whatever. Welcome back. It's good to see you. Love her. She is such a kind-hearted person. Such a nice person. I was the victim of some, like, let's say slight, I was a victim of some slight racism. I'm not going to say it was racism. It was just ignorance on someone's part one day. Somebody had said some things about me, basically said like, hey, I know this guy, he's a lawyer and he's actually Native American. Like, can you be like, basically saying like Native Americans can't be lawyers, and was kind of hitting me over the head with some ignorance. And I dealt with it. But the next day, Lady Robin was there to listen to it. And the next day, Lady Robin, whatever, wrote me this beautiful apology, basically apologizing for this person's ignorance, and it was really, really heartwarming. And ever since then, like, I hold Lady Robin whatever in very, very high esteem. So thank you for being here. Thank you. Respect. You're doing great. So Jen Matt is dropping the news. I really wanted to start the show with that news. Jen Matt says Tom Brady back again, just when we thought we all got rid of him. I gotta admit, when I heard the news yesterday, I was so happy. I was so happy. Okay, I was so happy because Tom Brady is 37, and as you guys know, I'm 37. 7 years ago. But to me, Tom Brady is no longer my adversary. Tom Brady is like the old guy I look up to now, you know, because he's an old guy and he's doing it. And when he retired, I was kind of hurt. I was like, come on, man, go play until you're 40. Please show the world 40-year-olds can do it. You know, you got plenty of time. And honestly, I think the guy looked great. Still, at the end of his career, the guy still had this amazing arm. So when I heard that he was coming back yesterday, I was really, really stoked. I was on lunch yesterday and I read the news on my phone. And when I went back to the barbershop, I said it out loud. I was like, yo, everybody, Tom Brady is back. And this one kid that works there is a Seahawks fan. And he goes, oh, Brady to the Seahawks? And before I started answering him, before I listened to his whole sentence. And so I said, yeah, because I heard him say Brady is, and I said, yeah. And I didn't hear the Seahawks part. So he said, Brady is to the Seahawks. And I said, yeah. And then he got so happy. you should have seen the smile across his face. And he like put his hands up and I was like, oh, wait, no. I mean, he's back to the Buccaneers. And it was immediately like the main barber, Hanif, said the perfect word. He said, if we could take a picture of his face, it was the exact definition of crestfallen. And that man has such a way with the English language. I saw someone get crestfallen yesterday because I picked them up. I picked them up with news that Tom Brady was coming to the Seahawks. And I was like, oh, wait, I mean the Buccaneers. And then he just became crestfallen. I should have taken a picture and just put it in the dictionary. Like, you want to know what the definition of crestfallen is? Look at this young man's face right here. That is crestfallen. So yeah, I'm really pumped about Tom Brady being back. I think he's doing it for the old guys. You know what I'm saying? The old guys, the old timers, you know, people like me, you know, when you're past 35, you're pretty much 40 at that point. I hate if there's anybody here who's like in your upper 30s, I hate to say it, but at this point you're right there. You're knocking on the door of 40, you know? So yeah, you want to root for a guy like this because he's proven to the world that 40-year-olds can do it. When I was growing up, and I know generations ago, you know, a couple generations ago, 40 was really old. You know, when I was a kid and my parents turned 40, like my dad seemed old at 40. And I know my dad watches the stream. Sorry. But like, I remember my dad would just make a bunch of noise getting off the couch. I would be like, Dad, let's go out and play some basketball. He'd be like, oh, my knees. Oh, you know, a couple generations ago, I mean, if you think about it, you know, 40 was like, you know, a lot. Thank you so much, babe. 40 used to be really old. Now 40 is young. You know, people who are in their 40s, you could pretty much still be getting started at your 40s. If you think about it, like these days, human beings are living till they're, you know, 80, 90, 100. So in your 40s, you still got 50 fucking years to go. You know, I think about that all the time. Like, I don't know, my bloodline can go either way. You know, I could either, you know, the people in my family have died early, but there's also people in my family who just are like infinite. You know what I'm saying? Like, my grandma was like Yoda. Like, I didn't even know how old she was. I'm pretty sure she was like 112 or something like that. But like, so it could go either way, you know. But these days, it just seems like human beings are living longer and longer. Medical technology is getting better and better, so we're stretching out that timeline. So when you're in your 40s, you can't think of it anymore of like, oh, I'm going to be retiring soon. You got to think of it like, I have 50 more years. I've already lived 40 years. I'm going to live another 40 years. And I think about my lifespan. And I think back, like, my earliest memories are when I'm like 3 years old. And it seemed like a long time ago. I have to live all that life again. But now I have knowledge. I have 40 years of knowledge that I could push forward into the next 40 years of my life. So I'm not ready to call it quits. I'm not ready to retire, you know, not retire, but I'm not ready to start saying I'm in the midlife. I'm not in twilight years. I'm feeling like I'm in my prime. And I am. Like, I weigh pretty much about the same that I did in high school. Actually, my waist size is smaller. I used to wear 38 when I was in high school. I'm a 36 now. So, yeah. Shout out to Tom Brady. Good for you, bro. I'm glad you're back. Just as long as you don't play the Niners, as long as the Bucs don't play the Niners, I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you, buddy. Cassie says, slightly Irish. One of my great-great-grandmothers came over from Ireland via Ellis Island. My grandparents, so I'm Native American on one side, and then my other side is French Algerian. Both my grandparents came through Ellis Island, both of them. And if you guys have ever been there on the East Coast there, go to Ellis Island, man, it is really, it's a really haunting place. If you've ever been to Ellis Island, there's something to be said about the spirit of a place where something has happened, you know? Sometimes you can go somewhere and you can just feel this overwhelming spirit, this everlasting spirit. And when I went to Ellis Island, I felt that. I felt the hardships, and I felt the the spirit of what had taken place there, the anguish. And it was really a very haunting place. I haven't been there since I was probably like 9 years old or 10 years old, but it still stuck with me how I just felt the aura of Ellis Island. So if you guys ever get a chance, especially if you had grandparents or great grandparents who came through Ellis Island, go check it out sometime. It really is a real experience. Jen Matt says Steel Fawn's a wee menace. Yeah, for sure. Brady will be traded to the Niners. Oh, God, please, God, please, God, please let that happen. I would do anything for Brady as my quarterback. Anything. Huh? I'll do a mukbang. I'll do another pickle mukbang. Wasabi. I'll dip the pickles in wasabi. I'll dick the pipples. Everybody saying hi to Gizmo. Gizmo! You got a fan following here. Tana May saying hi to Gizmo. Caesar saying hi to Gizmo. Old Raven Farm says, what a handsome fella. Lady Robin, whatever. Geek Illuminati. Fizz is what it is. Giz is what it is. I like Fizz is what it is. That's good. Nufo saying what's up. Damn. I wish I could send black cat stickers. Everybody likes Gizmo. Check this out. Gizmo got a little following here. Should I set up I'm not going to be one of those people, but should I set up a Gizmo Instagram? I can't because he's not photogenic. Have you ever tried to take a picture of a black cat? It's impossible. You take a picture of a black cat and they turn like silver. It's weird. What's up? Good morning. I'm glad to see Tana May here. Did you see his last touchdown ball sold for $500,000? What? That's messed up. It's almost like he had a percentage of it. Like, all right, let's sell this last touchdown ball. Promote it as the last touchdown Tom Brady ever threw. All right, did it sell? Did the money go through? All right, I'm coming back. And now it's going to be like his, 20th to last touchdown ball. Yeah, man. Brian Joel says, didn't even know the Tom news was true. It's true. Geek Illuminati. Brady will be traded to the Niners. You know how amazing that would be. Me and Jen Matt would freaking go crazy, right? Her talking the Niners, the Saints, the Bills. I think the Saints are looking at I saw it this morning. The Saints are looking at someone else. The Bills got to keep their quarterback. I mean, really, I don't know, man. Brady's from the Bay. Brady is from the Bay. Brady grew up as a 49er fan. There's pictures of Brady watching Joe Montana play. There's pictures of Brady wearing Joe Montana jerseys. Brady's from the Bay. Like, it would make sense for him to retire in the Bay Area. I mean, really, what's Tampa Bay got? What's going on out there? You know what I'm saying? That's not a good home base. The Bay Area. Come on, Tom Brady. Come on. You're already in one bay to the other bay. Come on, let's do it. Shout out to Newford for benching Mahomes all season long. Caesar just turned 35. Hey, sorry, man. You're knocking on the door. Who's there? Who's there? 40. Let's see here. No one can ever place Jimmy G. Well, he's handsome. I'll say that. Jimmy G's handsome as all fuck. I'll tell you that. Jimmy G is one handsome dude. When he takes that helmet off and he's got his pompadour rocking, damn, that's a handsome young quarterback right there. Doobie Watt 420 says the real news is baseball's back. They still play that? I thought they were like shutting the season down or something like that. I guess there's real news there. All right. Tana May says I'm forever 29. I will say this. I was at work the other day and someone mistook me for 28 years old. Someone said, because this girl got up and she was like creaking. She was like, oh, and I was like, hey, I feel you. You know, it sucks getting old. And she was like, what would you know? How old are you? Like 28? And I was like, oh my God. I knelt down and I kissed her feet. I'm joking. I didn't kiss her feet. I knelt down. I was just so happy. I was like, did you just say, can you repeat that? Wait, can I record you saying that? Can I record you saying that? Please. Can I record you saying that I'm 28? And then I love when people mistake my age. I love letting them guess, you know? And so the other girl looked at me and she was like, yeah, 28, right? And I was like, oh my God, that was the nicest thing you ever said. And then when I tell them I'm 44, they're like, ugh, gross, you're old. Kareen in the house. What up, Kareen? Never been there. My grandparents' photo is there. No shit. Kareen, you're over there in New York. You got to check it out. Kareen says, oh my God, Caesar C is here. Caesar C is here. We love Caesar C. Caesar, how you liking GT7? What's GT7? Cassie says pickles are amazing. Aw, Cassie, I thought we were cool. Pickles are amazing. Little Ukraine. I will say that. Pickle grandma. You guys heard of the story, Pickle Grandma? Well, Cassie, turns out that's a false news story. It was actually a can. It was actually a jar of pickled tomatoes. Wait a minute. Are pickled tomatoes still pickles? We don't call pickles pickled cucumbers. They're just pickles. Huh. Huh?
Pickled asparagus is called pickled asparagus.
Yeah. So pickled tomatoes are pickled tomatoes. Pickled pig's feet are pickled pig's feet. Pickled asparagus or pickled asparagus. But why does the cucumber get? Is it a cucumber or cucumber? Why does the cucumber get the pickle title? Oh, we're just pickles. We're pickles. Well, we're pickles too. The pig's feet are over there like, yo, we're pickles. The pickled tomatoes are like, yo, we're pickles. Why you get? It's almost like how USA calls themselves America. No, we're America. Well, what about South America? No, we're America. Canada's like, we're America too. No. United States of America, we're America, you know? Greenland is like, we're America. No, we're America, all right? We don't know what you people are. G. Illuminati says, I only watch you live for Gizmo. I better keep him. I got to put him on my shoulder. Damn, Brit says, G. Illuminati 310. F West, it's all about Giz. Damn, Brit. I have 6 types of cucumber seeds for my garden this year. Gonna have make my own pickles. All right, I'll tell you what. Maybe I gotta try more varieties of pickles. You know, maybe there's a pickle out there that I like. I will say I've had a sweet gherkin before. A sweet gherkin. I didn't hate it, but it tasted like a dessert pickle. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. So many free agents. I'm excited to see how this pans out. I'm excited to see how it pots out. All right. Cassie, send them for the mukbang. I will learn how to make wasabi. Oh God, that was the worst. Bam Brit was the ringleader of that goddamn mukbang. And I remember, like, I was eating all this stuff. I was taking shots of pickle juice, and I was eating pickles, and I was eating the pizza with the pickles on it. And then she's like, excuse me, sir, what about the wasabi? I was like, fuck. Damn it. I thought I got away with that. I thought I got away without eating the wasabi. Got the wasabi out, and she was like, all right, now take a big scoop of the wasabi. I was like, oh God, please, no. If you guys were watching the mukbang, I basically took a pizza crust and dipped it in wasabi. It was wasabi caviar. And I took a big scoop of this shit and shoved it in my gourd. And I took a bite of it, and first of all, I was on fire. I was on fire because wasabi is super hot, and the horseradish, it like blew out my sinuses, and the taste of it in my mouth was just too much. I literally almost threw up on camera. I'm not lying. I had to sit there and do like breathing exercises. If you guys, the Lamaze is out. I mean, I was doing Lamaze. Like seriously, I was like, like I had to like choke it down. It took me like 2 or 3 minutes for me to swallow one mouthful because it was just like, I started to swallow it and it would come back up. And I was just like, I couldn't do that. It was a live stream. There was like 100 people watching. I couldn't just upchuck. It was one of the worst moments of my life. For real. So thank you very much, Bam Brit V2. Let's see. Oh, Gran Turismo 7. Oh shit. Jen Matt says, what's baseball? Remember that game that the Giants play? Remember Barry Bonds, Gen Matt? I know you remember Barry Bonds. 3Com Park, Pac Bell Park, Gran Turismo 7. Brian Joel, was that your pictures of the setup? I think Brian Joel, I think, has this amazing setup for playing Gran Turismo 7. It looked amazing. It was like literally he built like a car in his living room, just without the body. It just looked like the shell of a car, and it was just like, man, he's taking this game serious. Pickled tomatoes are tickles. Gen Matt, you get one of these. What the hell? How are you coming up with this stuff? That's a thumbs up, by the way. Gen Matt, how are you coming up with this stuff? How does your brain work this way? Pickled tomatoes are tickles? Sometimes you just got to stand in awe of Gen Matt's comedy writing skills. I'm serious. You missed your calling, Gen Matt. You should be writing for Stephen Colbert or Colbert. Yeah, it is Brian Joel. He got a full sim rig that I built using phonetic stuff. I finally mounted the TV so it's the right perspective. Brian Joel is taking Gran Turismo to another level. Okay, yeah, Brian Joel, I did see those pictures. I almost said pickles. I did see those pickles. I got pickles on the brain, man. Yeah, I saw those pictures, Brian Joel. It was really, really cool. Old Raven Farm, pickled tomatoes. Yeah, so pickle grandma in Ukraine. So I don't know if the whole story is true, but the fact that they corrected the story makes me think that it's an actual true story, because if she did down the drone with a jar of pickled cucumbers, why would you go back and correct the story and say, oh, sorry guys, this is fake news. She actually down the drone with a jar of pickled tomatoes. Like, you wouldn't correct a bullshit story. You just let the bullshit roll. So I think it might be a true story. And if it is, don't fuck with the Ukrainians. You know what I'm saying? You got pickle grandma out there throwing jars of tickles at people. Pickled pineapples are pinkle. Pinkles. I love it. Nufo, you're on the board with one of these. That's a thumbs up, baby. I'm giving them out like crazy today. Dr. GTI says, I'm still rolling GT4. Had a wheel for GT Sport, but you sold it. I almost got a PlayStation 5 for the new GT, but couldn't find one. Yo, where are all the PlayStation 5s? We've been talking about PlayStation 5s for over a year now. On the old channel, they would kind of like alert us when the PlayStation 5s were on sale. And I don't know about you guys, but every time I saw that announcement, I would go on my phone and I try to get one. Whether it was EB Games or GameStop or Walmart, Target, anytime they would drop, I would try to buy one. And I would get in this queue, and then it would be like, all right, try again in 10 minutes, try again in 10 minutes, try again in 10 minutes. I tried a million times. It's funny, one time I was trying to, when I worked for this old channel, the person that I worked for was like, well, if you need extra money, just flip PlayStation 5s. I was like, how the fuck do you do that? I can't buy one. What do you mean flip them? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? How can you get these things? It's impossible for me to get. And it shows now, a year in, nobody can get their hands. I don't even know if they exist. I don't really know if they exist. I feel like it's an urban legend. Pack-a-Bull Park. Pack-a-Bull Park. You spelled it bowel. Pack-a-Bowel Park. That has a different meaning. Gen Matt. Oh, Barry Bonds. Right. Yeah, the guy with the big head. It's a seat from an '08 Civic. Oh, it is an actual car seat. Holy shit, Brian Joel took it to the next level. The pics are in the Discord. Actually, let me give you that link real quick if nobody's a part of the Discord real quick. Hold on. Invite people. Copy link. Close you out. Bing bang. Bing bang. All right, here is the link to the Discord, guys. Boom. If you guys aren't down with the Discord yet, please get down with the Discord. Please. I'm begging you. There's the link to the Discord right there. Pack a bow. That's when you eat a really big meal before you go to bed. Pack a bow. Join the Discord. You guys know I don't really talk a whole lot about stocks or crypto like I used to at my old job. I leave that to smarter minds than me. You know, I'm not much of an investor these days. I hopefully get back into the game. I'm still getting my footing right now with the work, you know, and getting the money rolling in and paying off some debts and trying to move forward in life. And I just really don't have the extra money to invest right now. Hopefully I could do something with this channel and start making some money with this thing. But until that time, I'm just kind of out of the investing game. So I don't really talk about stocks or crypto that much. Really, this channel is just to kind of hopefully make you smile, hopefully make you laugh every now and then. But I will say this about the Discord. There is some stock and crypto talk in the Discord, but the general chat section of the Discord is something really amazing. And I'm not tooting my horn because I didn't do anything. All I did was set up the Discord and set up this section for general chat. It's what you guys are doing with it that just blows my mind. And I got to thank everybody watching right now, anybody who's part of the Discord. Thank you so much for making that general chat such an awesome place, because it is really a place where everybody's just kind of hanging out and being positive to each other, like really, really positive. Everybody in the Discord just kind of uses that as kind of a hangout and just talks about their life. If there's something going on in your life, whether it's good or bad, you guys know you can post it in there and just talk. And that's what we're trying to do, is just, you know, people ask, oh, you're doing a stock and crypto show. And I'm like, nah, it's just a talk show. That's all it is. It's a talk show, and the Discord is a talk channel. It's just where people hang out and talk. And if you got something going on in life, you drop it over there, and we're gonna have a conversation about it. We're gonna pump you up, and we're gonna praise you and show each other love and pick each other up. If something bad's going on in your life, you let us know, and we're gonna be there for you, and we're gonna, you know, pick you up, dust you off, and pat you on the back. And it's just a really cool place, and it's one of the friendliest chats that I've ever seen. There's no political talk whatsoever. There's no divisive talk. And I'll say this right now, there's no mods. There's no moderation going on. It's just everybody's just kind of abiding to these kind of unspoken rules of, let's just go in there and let's not divide each other. Let's not cut each other down. Let's not put vomit emojis on anybody's posts. Let's just go there and have a good time. And that's really, really, it's just a really magical thing. When I read through that chat, there's sometimes like I don't get to post on there every single day, and I'll read 2 days worth of chat, and it's just like people from all over the United States of America just having a chat, just chatting about stuff. And it's cool, man, because we're still kind of in this phase where we're getting back out there and starting to socialize again. You know, we're like the ancient man coming out of the caves and starting to reacclimate. So shout out to everybody who's using that Discord in this positive way. It's exactly what I intended. It over exceeded my expectations for what it would be. I just wanted a place of positivity where we could all talk and hang out. And you guys have over exceeded, if that's a word, over exceeded my expectations for the Discord. So thank you guys so much for being so loving and positive in that space. It's really, really cool. Not a gamer, but watch others play Elden Ring. Quite impressive, I must say. I don't know too much about Elden Ring. Maybe I should check that out. Jen Matt says, bing bong, pack a bow. Nick Magnuson. What's up, Nick Magnuson? You guys check out Nick Magnuson's YouTube channel. He's got a little travel channel, and it is on hit, and he's over 1,000 subscribers. Yeah. We should start the pack a bow movement. Let's Tana May. We talk about how hard it is to find 4-leaf clovers. I've never found one. They're out there supposedly, but I've never found one. I've been looking my whole life to find a 4-leaf clover. I've found 5-leaf clovers, and I've like ripped off a little piece and tried to make it look like a 4-leaf clover, but I've never actually found a real one. Just in time for St. Patty's Day. Let's get it running. Bam Brit, you can never find them. For those that were not here, we had Sandman in the first episode. Oh yeah, for those guys who are just joining us, Sandman comes in every now and then. We're building sandcastles with that man. I got to reach out to him. You know, when I get the ball rolling, I'm still trying to find my footing. Even though this is episode 12, I'm still trying to find my footing on this channel. By the way, you guys are doing great. It's cool. I was on Torvik Twitch and used your Discord to share some photos of myself. I hate photos of myself, but he said something that made my day. Oh, yeah, Cassie, I saw a picture of you the first time. I actually saw what Cassie looks like. And you make me want to ride a horse. I saw you on horseback, and it made me realize how much I want to ride a horse again. The last time I rode a horse, I got thrown pretty hard, and I got really, really covered in mud, and it was halfway through the ride. So I had to ride all the way back, soaking wet, covered in mud, and the horse was being a real, excuse my French, he was being a real asshole. He was being a real douche, that horse. But I remember I didn't let that deter me. I still want to ride horses. I want to be like a real Native American. You know what I'm saying? Like I really, really want to be a real Native American. Like I really want to know how to ride horses. And this is maybe stereotypical, but I really want to learn archery. I would love to know how to shoot a bow and arrow and ground corn in stone or whatever they do. I don't even know what my own people do, but I want to do all that Native American stuff. But it starts with riding a horse. It's hard, but possible. It's possible to find a 4-leaf clover. Do they really exist? Do they? Oh yeah, Old Raven Farm. I got a Canadian in there. You're right. Old Raven Farm. People from all over, not only the United States, but North America, Northern America, aka Canada, America Light. Discord needs Abdel. Oh my God. Okay. I can't ask anybody to reach out to anybody in any other, God, using all these phrases and like not incriminating myself is really tough sometimes, but I can't ask anybody to reach out to anybody from any other channels or Discord channels or YouTube channels. I can't ask anybody to reach out to anybody. But if anybody managed to ever reach out to this person named Abdel, I would love to have him here part of the channel, because the dude was just he's just so funny, man. I love the way he talked. Pimp it. Shout out to Mullen, and come back for me at 189. Mullen's at 189. Damn it. You know I wanted to buy that at 73 cents or whatever, man. Tana May. By the way, Tana May, I hope you're feeling better. I know you had the for a minute there. And by the way, I've been doing research, and I gotta say, I know this is gonna divide the audience, and I'm not about dividing the audience, but I've been doing a lot of research on viruses, and I gotta say, I think I'm starting to believe that a certain virus out there has been made up. Yeah, controversial topic. But I've been doing a lot of research, and there's a lot of talk out there, and I gotta say, I'm starting to believe that this is fake news. I gotta admit, I know a lot of you are like, oh no, but yeah. The kicker for me is, and I know this is going to be really controversial, but I went on WebMD the other day, and I got to say, WebMD doesn't mention anything about cooties, all right? I'm starting to really believe that they don't exist. My whole life, I've been told that cooties exist and that you can catch cooties from girls, all right? I've had a girlfriend for over a month now. I don't have a single cootie. I don't even know what they are. My son started playing Elden Ring. He said it's hard. It's hard. Wait, is it hard like difficult, or it's hard like, yo, that game is hard, son? These days you gotta define your definition of hard. Is it hard like, God, that game's hard, or is it like, yo, that game is hard, yo? You're doing great. They are out there. Your son found one. The PlayStation 5s. Gotta go on mute. I'll read your lips. Okay, I'll make sure to talk directly into the camera and enunciate all my words, Old Raven Farm. Cassie makes me want to go sledding with cats. I'm thinking about trading my car for a horse. Yo, you imagine? Like, you're going to save so much on gas. I don't know how much carrots are going for these days, but I'm sure a bunch of carrots are way cheaper than a gallon of gasoline. And that's what horses run on, right? Carrots and hay. Every now and then a sugar cube. Let's see here. I got trampled when I was a kid on the farm. That was enough horse for me. Like I said, I'm not going to let one bad horse spoil the bunch, you know? The horse that threw me, his name was Pepper. He was spicy. I don't know why they gave me the spicy horse. You know what I'm saying? Why'd I have to get the pepper horse? But yeah, he threw me, and you know what the shitty part is? When the horse threw me and I fell in the mud and I got wet, I looked up. And nobody else saw this. But the horse looked back at me. That motherfucker laughed at me. All right? I'm not lying. I'm not making this up. That fucking horse was like... Nobody saw it. I was like, yeah, that motherfucker laughed at me. And he went back and just like started acting like a horse again. Fuck you. So yeah, that horse was an asshole, but I'm not going to let that horse ruin it for all other horses, okay? Horses are cool, man. They got those ears, you know? Everybody live like it's the last day you'll ever see. Paramore. I love Paramore. I want to see Paramore in concert. They're doing that big, that emo show with Paramore and My Chemical Romance and Avril Lavigne. I don't know if I would lump Avril Lavigne in with them, but I think they needed more women on the card. I almost got trampled when I was a little kid. My sister was watching me, and she was busy smoking weed. I walked onto the trail, and a horse got spooked, about run me over. I found him before on Trey's channel. He called me Manos de Papel. Manos de Papel. Manos de Papel. I miss Abdel. Abdel to the moon and stars. Club C in the house. Tana May, man, I was feeling for you. You know, I had the big C. Wait, no, I had the lowercase c. Back before it became trendy. All right, I was like the first person to get it. I got it in like February. All right, everybody else was catching it later on, but I was the originator. All right, I was ground floor, lowercase c. Yeah, I got it early on. I got it so early on that I was able to tell people that I had a really bad flu, and people believed me. It wasn't until a month later, after I got it, people were like, "Yo, you had the COVID, bro. You had the COVID." But yeah, I got it really early on, and I gotta tell you, man, I don't know if like the more recent strain of the vid is like more or less powerful, but I know that the one I got early in February, what was it? February 2019, February 2020 that I caught it. It fucking killed me. Like I literally like had my phone and I was like shaking to death, and I had literally dialed 911 on my phone and was holding my phone and ready to hit the button to send the call to 911. I almost called the paramedics on myself, a grown ass man, and I almost called the paramedics on myself. And you know what sucks? The only reason why I didn't go to the hospital was because I was afraid of medical bills. Not a problem you got to deal with in Canada. But yeah, here in the United States, this wonderful country of ours, I had to choose whether I was going to save my life or go in debt. There's something wrong there. If you have to make a choice between saving your own fucking life and going in debt forever, you know? Because if I would have called the ambulance, been taken to the hospital, for sure they would have put me in a bed for a week. I would be out of money because I would miss time on work. I would have been in debt from the ambulance ride alone, and then a 5-day or more hospital stay. I would have been wrecked. And so I didn't call the paramedics on myself because I was afraid of all that. Living in a country like ours, we shouldn't have to make these choices. We shouldn't have to sit there and say, I'll wait till I'm almost dying. I feel like I'm dying, but I'll wait till I'm almost dying. That should not be a choice any human should make, you know? And I was, at the time, I was a little bit younger, you know? But I'm healthy. You know what I'm saying? I'm healthy. I run. I work out. I take fairly good care of myself, except for the Taco Bell. But yeah, it almost killed me. So I can only imagine the reason why it wiped out so many people in the senior community and retirement homes and things like that is because if you were in failing health, it would have killed you for sure. I 100% like believe that if you are not in good health and you catch that, you're gone, man. Because it almost wrecked me. Anyways, I miss Abdel so much. I miss him telling me I'm paper handing the stocks. Cassie says I rode horses all my life and then got dumped. I've never been back on. Oh, so you got dumped too. Never been back on. Westside Patient Zero. Let me see. Cooties. Blah. Oh, sorry, Larry. Let me see. I'm missing out on the chat here. Never felt those kind of symptoms in my entire life. I work for the company that owns WebMD. No shit. COVID can be said here. Yes, we could say that. I'm waiting for the punchline. I was waiting for the punchline. I wasn't disappointed. Yeah, Nick Magnuson. Gotcha. I do believe it was a man-made biological weapon, though. Something. Well, I don't know if you guys were able to watch this new show called Debunking Borat. It's on Amazon Prime right now. It's really not much of a show. It's like maybe 40 minutes of a show where Borat went in quarantine with a couple rednecks. And then the rest of the episodes are like 10-minute episodes debunking all the shit, all the crazy shit that the rednecks were saying. Whether it's about Hillary Clinton eating babies, whether it's about a biological weapon, whether it's about the stolen election. Borat basically goes and embeds himself with these rednecks for a week. And then later on, they just break it down with like 6 subsequent episodes where they just debunk all the crazy shit these rednecks say. But the funny thing is, the crazy shit that the rednecks say, and when you're watching it, you're like, this is crazy shit that they believe. It's literally like prevalent in society that there's so many people that believe this crazy theories of Obama being an enemy of the country and Hillary Clinton eating adrenal glands from babies and how the election was stolen. And oh my God, it's really crazy. And you think that you're watching some kind of made up show, but you start to realize there's a lot of people out there who believe this crazy shit, you know? So if you got time, watch it. It was definitely good, but like me and my girl were saying, it wasn't what we expected at all. You know, I was expecting more funny. The first part where Borat's with the dudes, it is absolutely hilarious. It's like a 40-minute Borat movie. It is absolutely hilarious. The rest of it is more educational. Hope you don't experience long COVID. It lasted about a week and a half. It was a minor case of it, but the waves of tiredness that came out of nowhere, crazy. The kick in the head was no taste or smell, but that only lasted for 3 days. One day was worse than others. I remember seeing videos of you like trying food, trying to see if you could taste it again. Brian Joel says, I'm lucky have not had it. That is becoming a rarity. I mean, you know, the simple fact is there's a lot of us who might have not had it, but you might have had it and you didn't even know. Maybe you didn't even have a single symptom. You know, I'm pretty sure that most of the population at this point has either had it, got sick from it, had no symptoms, or you were just like double, triple, quadruple vaxxed and didn't get it. But yeah, it would suck to lose taste for that amount of time. I mean, I couldn't imagine, you know, cheesy bean and rice burrito, you know, like I gotta feel it on my tongue. I gotta taste it. Taname says, yeah, it's almost normal to get it now. People don't think it's a big deal to have gotten it. Getting COVID is a normalcy. But I got fired the day I called out sick for having it. What? Lawsuit? Taname, that's a lawsuit right there. Especially in California. Nufo says, with these rising gas prices and inflation, I want to sell my truck and just walk about. Going on a walkabout, mate. Patient zero. I seriously was patient zero. I told you guys how I got it. If you don't know the story, I caught it at a Super Bowl party. So you imagine the Super Bowl in 2020 was like in the beginning of February, like basically like the first week of February. we didn't know about COVID at the time. There was no talk about COVID in February 2020. And so the Niners were in the Super Bowl. I went to my favorite Niner bar, the San Francisco Saloon, which isn't in business anymore because they got shut down during COVID. But we went there for the Super Bowl party, and it's literally like over 100 people packed in this tiny little bar. I was in the section where it was standing room only, and we were just yelling, you know, a bunch of dudes just yelling into the air, just spit flying, not a single mask. We didn't know about masks. I was hugging and high-fiving people. I'll tell you right now, I watched the entire Super Bowl standing up amongst a pack of 100 people. I didn't wash my hands the entire time. I didn't even go to the bathroom. I like held it in because the bathroom was nasty. But yeah, we were breathing and spitting and yelling on each other, high-fiving each other, shaking hands, hugging. And then at the end of the game, we were crying together. But yeah, I caught it then because within like 5 or 6 days, I was gone. And then a couple of weeks later, I went to a concert with my man Steel Fan. We went to a Dermot Kennedy concert, and I just remember looking around the crowd, and I saw people who looked obviously like they had a respiratory illness. I saw a lot of people like, you know, and I was just like, wow, the cold's really going around. And then within a couple of weeks, everything got shut down, and the masks got imposed. And, you know, I just remember going to that concert and afterwards thinking, I wonder how many people caught COVID from that concert. I wonder how many people caught COVID from Super Bowl parties, you know? Cassie says, my mom is a long hauler. It sucks. I'll tell you what, I was sick for months after I caught COVID. I couldn't work like a full work shift without having to take a break, lay down, put my head down. I was leaning all the time. I was like so freaking tired, and my head was like so foggy and so like, I just couldn't like focus, and I just constantly just wanted to close my eyes and then just sleep. But I had to go through it. I just had to work through it because we didn't know the symptoms at the time. I think if I had caught it when everybody else caught it, I think the world would have been more sympathetic to me. But at the time, it was just, you know, it was so new that people were just like, come on, sack up, go to work. It was tough. I've been sick 3 times in the last 3 months, and the big C was the mildest of the 3. Oh, it has certainly mellowed out compared to OG COVID. Yeah, OG COVID. OG, big baby, big daddy COVID. Tough, man. That first wave of COVID, man. You know that picture that they show of like the COVID, and it's like an animated COVID where it's like a little ball and it's got spikes? That shit was in me. Like I felt the ball of spikes in my chest, and it hurt. Kareen says, you deserve a COVID coin for each variant. Why is there no COVID coin yet? I thought I was going to die. I told my sons the name of my life insurance carrier and my banking plans. For sure. Like if I had money to give away, I would have told people like, yo, here, you can have access to my account. You could have my negative $36. Old Raven Farm talking about that Mullen Automotive. You know what sucks, man? I've been talking about Mullen Automotive for days. And then when I saw it hitting those 73 cents, I was like, man, I need to invest now. But I just didn't have the money. I would have like quadrupled my freaking money. The same choice about increasing your knowledge of college. Do I take a student loan and carry the debt with me like a pet for the rest of my life? Nope. High school diploma for me then. Yeah, I'm with you. I wanted to go to college. I mean, I went to community college, but you know, like Chris Rock says, community college is just that. You know, anybody from the community can go. Hookers, crackheads, drunks. I went to community college just so I could skateboard around the campus. Cassie, I fell down the stairs and didn't go to the hospital because I was scared of medical bills. Just limped around for months. Yeah, it's crazy. Mullen. Let's see what's going on with Mullen Automotive. Let me see what you guys are talking about here. What you talking about? Mullen. Oh shit! It's up 35%. God damn! It hit $2 today. Holy smokes! Shout out to all my Mullen investors. Good lord. Mrs. Maisel, Upload As We See It, best shows on Amazon. Oh, Upload As We See It, and Mrs. Maisel. I have not seen The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel yet, but everybody keeps telling me to watch it. Sorry, I'm way behind on the chat. My bad. Sure is, Joey. There are jobs I'd love to apply. Some of these jobs, I don't have a bachelor's or no QuickBooks. Yeah, it sucks not having a college degree. You know, you're kind of like left to, you know, just work somewhere, improve yourself, and hopefully that they raise you up to the next level. It really is tough, you know. But even these days, just having a degree doesn't mean anything, you know, because everybody has a degree now. When I was working in an office building, you know, I had a high school diploma, but I had worked so hard that I moved up. And I remember there was a point where I had to hire some temps to literally move stuff from a storage unit to another storage unit. Just grunt work. And the two temps I hired both had college degrees. They both had business degrees. They both had bachelor's degrees. Is that the 4-year one? Bachelor's degrees in business. And I was literally a high school diploma carrier ordering them around. Yeah, pick up that box, move that box there. Hey, pick up that box, move it to the truck. And they hated me. They hated me so much because, you know, they spent so much money on college and they got a freaking high school dummy ordering them around. So even having a degree these days doesn't guarantee you a great job. Everyone in my house had it a few months ago and didn't get it. Best got it 2 months after she had it. Oh, you were a temp and they ended the contract, quote unquote, ended the contract because I didn't really want the job. Oh, come on. That's fucked up. Lawsuit. Do we got a lawyer in the house? Is there an Esquire in the house? I was on a cruise. The boat was out to sea because of COVID. Oh shit! It was out to sea because of COVID. They wouldn't bring you back to dry land. Nufo says, "Can AMC just squeeze already? It can solve many problems." Yo, I was looking at the AMC stock prices today though. They hit 13s. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking about buying some. And GameStop hit the 80s. I'm really thinking about buying some GameStop at that 88 mark. Oh yeah, Kareen, yeah. China's in lockdown again. So the whole thing started in China. And yeah, China just had another lockdown. So I mean, maybe everybody like out here in the Pacific Northwest, as of this weekend, the mask mandates were lifted. And it's kind of scary because now you hear as soon as the mandates are lifted, all of a sudden now China has another outbreak and they're locking people down. Like locking people down. Well, I mean, that's kind of what China does. But I don't know, man. I really hope that we'd seen the last of COVID, but like fingers crossed. I just hope that we're over and done with it. But hearing China locking down again is not a good sign. Heard Asia has an outbreak again. They're only allowing one person of the household out every 2 days. Damn! There is a COVID coin? The former president sold them after his triumphant battle with it. If I went to college, I could have afforded it. Didn't want to go to school and have to work full time. Yeah. I mean, I know so many people that are just paying off their college loans and, you know, until infinity and beyond. A degree doesn't really mean much. It's more of who you know and how you interview. Yes, it is how you interview. I kill interviews. I pretty much, if I could get, I always said this, if I could get the interview, I could get the job. The whole, I just got to get that interview. You know, I just got to get my foot in the door. And I got size 12s. I'll stick them in that door. Kareen says degree doesn't mean shit nowadays. When I got my first degree and was job seeking, everyone said it was equivalent to a high school diploma and I needed an MBA. So I went back and got a second degree and still didn't find anything. Damn, Cassie. Yeah, see? It's rough out there. Right place, right time. I did GMEs in the 70s now. Holy shit. Bye. Randolph. Got my YouTube degree. I could learn it all here. Yeah, exactly. YouTube degree. That's how it is. Hey, Mitchell Wayne. Guess who's back? Back again. I think GameStop and AMC going lower, Brian Joel says. If AMC hits like $11, I'm scooping it up. I don't care. $11 is my like, if I have any money in my account, I'm gonna buy some AMC. If it hits 11. Part-time cashier work, should not have gotten student loans for that. Part-timers, part-time gang. Big crowd tomorrow. I'm inviting the world. All right, Mitchell Wayne, it should be a big crowd. I'm hoping to max out the YouTube room. Of course, people who aren't able to watch live, if you're the 26th person, I think the YouTube channel caps off at 25, but of course I'm going to save it and post it so anybody can go back and watch the interview. But it's going to be a big one tomorrow. If you're just tuning in, we're going to have Steel Font on the show tomorrow. He's an amazing singer, songwriter. I mean, the dude really can write a song like nobody's business. I've seen him in the studio. We went to a studio one time and I watched him work. And the dude played a beat. First of all, Steel Font gets to the studio and says, I can't do an Irish accent, but imagine if I'm speaking Irish. He sits down in the studio and he says, I kind of want a beat like this. And he'll kind of like do and like kind of hum the beat a little. And he says, I want like a little Kanye West vibe right here, and kind of hum it and sing it. And the producer's listening to him and kind of creating this beat on the fly. And Steel Font's basically co-producing the song. And then he'll just sit there in the booth and just boom, 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 write out a song. Wrote out an entire song on the fly, went in the booth and wrote and freestyled a song, and came out of the booth and it was a banger. So the dude is not only a great singer, but he's also a really amazing songwriter and just an awesome dude. And he will be on the show tomorrow. I can't wait. It doesn't feel like AMC is ever going to squeeze the way people are hoping. Yeah, honestly, Nick, if we think back about the Battle of 801, we went from $801 to $73. To me, $801 to $73, that kind of seems like a squeeze. It might have already squozen. So I don't know. I kind of lost hope about the big squeeze after it came down from 73. And I feel really bad because I got people involved in AMC in the 20s. I got people involved in AMC in the 30s. I got people involved in AMC in the 50s, and they were riding my wave of positivity. Like, yo, you think it's going to go higher? And I was like, yo, yeah, of course. Scoop it up at $50. Scoop it up at $35. $33, it's a buy. $25, bro, it's never going to go lower. And here it's hitting, $13. So AMC kind of made me look like an asshole because I was pumping it up. I was a believer, I just kind of, one of the few times in my life where I believed the hype. And, I feel bad for anybody that I misled if I had given you fucking terrible financial advice to buy AMC at $25, $33, $50, and that the squeeze might have been over. I don't know. I'm still holding out hope that it's going to squeeze because I know a lot of people are holding a lot of AMC. Hopefully it squeezes and goes back to the 50s, back to the 70s, and infinity and beyond. But honestly, it really might have already squoze. Like I said, going from $801 to $73 seems like a squeeze to me. But there's some people who are rabid AMC fans on this other channel that I used to work on. Man, there was like one guy who named himself after a Marvel character that flies through space, and he would like come down on people if they talked anything about AMC. I wonder where he's at now. I wonder what he's saying now. Fucking jackass. Oh, Old Raven Farm. Old Raven Farm coming through with the jokes. I got a degree in shoes. It's a pedigree. You get one of these. That's a thumbs up right there. That's the left-handed version. That's the rarest one. I'm going to eat it all up in the 10 to 12 range. Just waiting right now. Yeah, I'm going to go ham at the 10 to 12 range. You know what I'm saying? I'm going jihad on AMC when it hits $11. Joey Salag, only work here is fast food and factory. Look, I'm not ashamed to say it. Like I'm working for minimum wage at one job plus tips and a little bit over minimum wage. Like that's all I can find as a high school graduate. I'm still looking for more jobs, and I'm still looking for that job that is going to pay me more. I just got to get my foot in the door. But yeah, it's tough. It's tough sledding right now, But honestly, my mind is not on getting a high paying job, not like I could, but my mind is not there. Like I want this. You know what I'm saying? I want this for my life. I like doing this. I love doing this. I have a passion for doing this. I have a passion for writing. I have a passion for broadcasting, and I really, really, really want to somehow make this my future career. And so it starts now. It starts with 19 people watching now. If you want to support the cause, my my Cash App handle is in there. You know, if you want to support the cause, we can get some new equipment. That's me pandering. I'm just scalping it at this point. I feel you, Kareem, but I really think that AMC is not going to dip below that $10 mark. So I'm just trying to scoop it up. If it hits $11, I'm just going to scoop it up. Fast food paying now, at least. Yeah. It's funny. There's Amazon commercials now talking about like our employees make $15 an hour. And I'm just like, yeah, it still isn't shit. If you're working $15 an hour full time, you're still barely effing making it. You're still barely making it. You got to realize it's still minimum wage. You know what I'm saying? $15 doesn't go very far if the gas prices are $6 a gallon. You know, $15 an hour doesn't go very far if a 1-bedroom apartment is $1,300. You know what I'm saying? If you need internet to survive and the internet is $80 a month, $15 an hour doesn't go very far. You know what I'm saying? If you're making $15 an hour, you have to work. You have to work 5 hours to pay your internet bill. That's almost a half a day of work. You think about this. You have to work a half a day just to pay your internet bill. You know, you have to work the rest of the day just to fill up your gas tank. You know, you gotta work an entire week and a half just to pay your rent. And then what do you eat? You know what I'm saying? It's messed up. So, you know, all these companies are props to companies paying, you know, I just like how a company is like touting themselves as being helpful when you're just paying minimum wage. You're just paying minimum wage, man. Don't sit there and be like, hey, we're Amazon. We're amazing. We're for the people. Come on, man. You're making plenty of money. You know, you should tout a commercial that says we're paying our employees at least $1 more than minimum wage, you know? But I'm actually thinking about working for Amazon. I looked at AMC this morning and I am down 69%. Ugh. Brian Joel says, damn sorry, Cassie. Bathe the deep. Pamp it. Nick says, Cassie, lame, but also nice. Brian Joel, the shorts have to cover. Oh, yeah. SS. You know, right there. SS. Brian Joel knows who I'm talking about. SS. The shorts have to cover. How dare you talk bad about AMC? Rah! It's like, bro. And I would tell this dude, SS, all the time. Be like, man, come on. Have a little sympathy for people. Oh, fuck them. Fuck them. AMC's going to squeeze. Where is he at now? Silence. Fucking guy's name is Silent Surfer. Forget about that dolt. Oh, forgot about that dolt, right? SS, Silent Surfer. As free as Tana May is, she would make a great truck driver. Oh, shit. I could see a Tana May behind the wheel of an 18-wheeler, behind the rig. Breaker 19, Breaker 19. This is the Pork Chop Express. Tana May on the mic. I could totally see Tana May driving a truck, wearing a trucker hat, fucking rolling through the backwoods, dropping off some packages. That would be dope. Having a live stream. RV Factory starting at $70K. Shit work though. Hey, I'll do some shit work. You should see what I do for a living. I do some shit work. And you'll have it, Westside. You were built for this. Hey, I'm trying. You know, I'm trying. The feedback I've been getting has been really positive, so I'm just going to keep doing it. I mean, sometimes like last week, I got to apologize. It was like impossible for me to get out of bed last week. Not only was I tired, but I had some shit going on upstairs, and it was just better that I didn't get on the mic and infect you guys with my negativity. I want to be here and bring the positivity. Brian Joel says, you're good at this. Keep working at it. Hey, I'm going to keep doing it. 2 shows a day, 2 shows a week, until I could expand to 3. And, I'm just going to keep doing it and grow this tiny little audience and try to make something out of it. And hopefully one day I could, hopefully one day it hits. Hopefully one day I say that thing that's, goes viral or is so controversial that it gets me in trouble and that goes viral. Who knows? Thank you, Old Raven Farm. Thank you, Brian Joel. I appreciate you guys. Cassie says, everyone here is short staffed, but only paying like $8 to $11 an hour. Ooh, shit. That sucks. No thanks. I'll be a starving artist. Not going to kill myself for that. Yeah, for real. I'd rather be a starving artist, At least I die doing something I love. Nick Magnuson, I remember that guy too. One of the few people who irritated me over there. Yeah, it totally irritated the fuck out of me. It's one thing if you like really believe in it, but have some sympathy, have some empathy for other people. There's people who have lost a bunch of money and he'd be like, why are you complaining? It's going to squeeze. And it's like, yeah, did it ever squeeze, bro? Did it ever squeeze? I make $38 an hour and still live paycheck to paycheck. My rent is $2,600 a month. Yeah, but you live in New York. Rent is super expensive, but $2,600 a month. Holy shit, Kareen. Damn. And see, that just goes to show you. Kareen's making $38 an hour and still living paycheck to paycheck. I mean, it is really tough sledding out there. So I hate when businesses are just like, yeah, we're paying $15 an hour. Be like, okay, great. So your employees are still starving. Your employees are still hurting to pay the bills. R3D R43. Is that Ray? Does that mean Red Ray? What up, man? Is that Mitchell's son right there? Is that what that is? I think that's Mitchell's son right there. We posted his music in the Promote Each Other channel. If you guys are part of the Discord, let me give you that link again. If you guys are part of the Discord, don't forget to stop by the Support Promote Each Other channel. There's a whole section in there where anybody with projects, you guys can post stuff in there. Try to keep the chat. Try to keep the chat in the general chat part, because I just really want the posts about people's projects. But if you guys are doing anything, if you guys have any projects or websites or something like that, throw it in there and I'll try to pin it, and so that way it stays there on top. And it's basically anybody who's a member of this community. If you have something going on, whether it's a YouTube channel, or an Instagram page, if it's a website, if you're selling something, if you have music, if you have art, we'll post it there. And just go through one day if you have some extra time, go through and click on people's links, give them a like, give them a follow, go on their videos, comment. It really means a lot. Like I use Nick Magnuson's channel as a great example. Nick had 986 viewers, 986 subscribers. And then we all went over there and pushed him over that 1,000 mark. And that 1,000 subscriber mark is like gold in the YouTube community. I have 138 subscribers. So, I'm well up on my way. Brian Jolson, things always get better. I bought my house for $100K next year. It was worth $70K. Now 10 years later, it's worth $175. And your payment's now $700. Woo! That's fire. I want that. I want to own a little property. I literally didn't get to anything that I talked about that I wrote down today. But that's awesome, because I could save this stuff for another day. One thing I will say is, before I go, because I only do 2-hour shows if you're just tuning in, no more of that marathon 6-hour shit. It's too much. Steel Fawn is coming on the show tomorrow. So if you guys are going to be around, definitely tune in. Steel Fawn is an amazing character, man. Like, he is seriously a character. You guys haven't met him yet. You guys haven't really seen or heard of. He's never really done any interviews, and there's not a whole lot of footage of him on YouTube and things like that. So this is really going to be one of his first kind of exposures to the world. The dude is a character. He's still got his Irish accent. He's got the Irish brogue. So when just listening to him talk, he's a character. But also the way his brain works, the dude is absolutely hilarious. He's absolutely hilarious. He's absolutely hilarious. He's a great artist. He's going to be on tomorrow. We're going to do an interview, but really he's my friend. So it's going to be like two friends catching up on old times. So please tune in for that tomorrow. The one thing that I was going to hit is something that I saw yesterday. I was going to talk about. Nick Magnuson says, yeah, you guys were a huge blessing to me. Yay. Respect, Nick. Respect. I'm glad we could push you to that level. Like I said, I want everybody to succeed. You know what I'm saying? I want everyone to succeed. And that's why I created that channel in Discord, so we could just promote each other. You know, go on Cassie's website, you know, and give her some likes on Twitter if you can, you know, and if you can, buy something from her website. Go to Ray's Music and check out Ray's Music. Give them some plays. You know, if you got an Instagram page, you know, get more followers, get some likes. If you can, comment on those videos. You know, the algorithm rules us these days. And you know, we're just trying to push that algorithm. But yeah, I will say, shout out to my girlfriend. I just want to say shout out to my girlfriend. She's been staying here for a couple weeks while she finds an apartment, but she's been really like helping me out around this place because I've been like stretching myself thin with work and the show and other stuff. She's really helping me out, like doing little stuff around the house, helping me out with the cleaning, and like I'll get home and the laundry's done and things like that. She's really like doing a lot of cleaning, which she doesn't have to. You don't have to, but she's been really helping me out. So shout out to my girlfriend. You're making my life so much easier. You make my life better. You make my life complete, but you're really helping me out around the house, and I really appreciate that. I got home the other day and the bathroom was clean, and I didn't want her to do anything. I'm not trying to turn her into my maid, you know. She reminds me of Ali Sheedy in that movie Made to Order, or Jennifer Lopez in that movie Made in Manhattan, or that any movie about a maid. She's just been like totally cleaning up around here, and she rubs my neck and she makes me feel better. So shout out to my girlfriend. Thank you so much. I really love you and appreciate you. And I think like being in a relationship, it makes me see things a little bit different. And so I was eating lunch yesterday. I was having I had a pepperoni flatbread. By the way, when did the term pizza become like so offensive? Everywhere I go these days, people are calling pizzas flatbread. There's no such thing as a flatbread. It's a fucking pizza. All right. I'm sick of people. Oh, this is a sausage pesto flatbread. It's a pizza, bro. And at least like when you order a flatbread, usually it's like long. You know what I'm saying? Like they try to disguise it. They try to shape it in a different shape. Be like, no, that's not a pizza. Pizzas are round. That's a flatbread. This literally was a round personal pan pizza. It was a tiny ass pizza for what I paid. It was a round, and they literally called it a pepperoni flatbread. And I'm sitting there and I'm just like, why is everybody like, why are you trying to rebrand pizza, bro? Why are you trying to rebrand pizza? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles love pizza. You don't gotta rebrand pizza. It's pizza. We love it. You don't gotta be like, oh, it's a flatbread. Oh, pizza's gross. You should try flatbread. It's the same goddamn thing. I'm sick of it. But anyways, I was eating my pizza, aka flatbread, and I was looking out at the downtown section of Vancouver. And I think it's probably because I'm in a relationship. I see things differently now. You know, I'm seeing the world in a more sensitive light. And I saw this couple, young couple, you know, like teenagers, real teenagers, you know, and they had just parked on the street, and it looked like they, you know, when you're teenagers and you just have nowhere to hang out, you don't want to hang out at the parents' house, you know, and there's just nowhere to go. And it just seemed like they were just hanging out in the downtown area where there was just like a walk, and the kid had a basketball, and him and his girlfriend were just literally sitting there in the park dribbling a basket. There was no basketball court in sight. It's like he had a basketball in his car, and I'm just creating this story in my head. You know, I'm just kind of like observing and trying to write their story. But it just seemed like he had a basketball in his car, and the girlfriend said that she just never dribbled a basketball. Because I see them walk over to this concrete patch, and he was like dribbling the basketball, and then he would pass her the basketball, and she would try to dribble it, and then he would take it again and then like show her. It was like this. And like I said, they were like teenagers, you know, like 17, 16 years old. And he was dribbling the basketball, and she was dribbling the basketball, and he was like, they were just hanging out. And it was so simple, and it was so beautiful, you know, because I used to have this like jaded theory that like people would always say love doesn't cost a thing, you know, but I would say, yeah, love doesn't cost a thing, but dating is fucking expensive. And I really thought that way for a long time. And I realize now it wasn't the dating that was expensive. It was my mindset, you know. I constantly pushed myself to spend money on dates and go extravagant and you know, try to go above and beyond, because possibly the people that I was dating wouldn't be satisfied with anything less. And then when I was watching this couple just laughing, smiling, dribbling a basketball, hugging, I realized it's true. Love doesn't cost a thing. You know, if love is forcing you to spend money, it's probably not love. You know, if you have to go above and beyond, it shouldn't be that hard. It should be as simple as playing with a ball. You know, it should be as simple as two kids playing with a ball. You know, it should be as simple as just going to a park and just enjoying each other's company. And I realized this week, one of the most amazing moments of my life happened the other day, and it cost nothing. Me and my girlfriend went out to a nice dinner. Shout out to my man Alex, hooked it up on the bill. Only charged us for the food, didn't charge us for a couple rounds of drinks, but we went out and we had a nice meal. We had a couple drinks each, and I tipped fat. I tipped the bartender so fat that he gave me money back. He went back and counted the tip and was like, "Nah, bro, here." That's when you know you're tipping level like platinum. He literally gave me money back. He was like, "Nah, bro, it's too much." I realized that back in the day, I would pride myself on taking someone out to an extravagant meal and paying money and doing things like that. But that wasn't the highlight of the night. It didn't matter what we spent on dinner, because after dinner, we went on a walk, absolutely free. And we were looking at the water, and your boy's so romantic. I played a song on my phone, and we just slow danced while there was actually a gazebo there. And so we went under the gazebo, and I played a song, and we slow danced. Now I knew what I was doing. I knew it was fucking hella romantic. I knew it. I felt it. I was like, yo, this is so romantic. Daddy gonna get laid tonight. But it was such a simple thing. I've never done that in my life. I've never made like a romantic gesture like that. And I'll remember that moment forever. And it was one of the greatest moments of my life, and it was absolutely free. I mean, except you got to own a cell phone and got to have a cell phone plan, but regardless, you should be able to share these simple things, and you shouldn't have to go above and beyond. Love, everybody's always like, love is hard. No, it's not. It should be easy. It should be as easy as slow dancing in the middle of the night, you know, playing with a ball in the park. And that's classic West Side up and down for you. See, I bring you up here, I make you laugh, and then I bring you back, you know, to normal ground. So if there's anything you could take away from what I saw this week, it's if you hopefully you're out there and you found love, or you're still on the search for love. Don't give up. Maybe you're an SFLer. Maybe you're part of the SFL, the Single for Life Club. I know some of you are single for life, and you pride yourself on that. But if you can, you know, open yourself up to that love, man. For years, I was really jaded, and I was just like, I'm never going to find anybody. Fuck that shit. But you know what? It really does enhance your life. So yeah, if you can, find that love and keep life simple. You don't have to go spend money and put yourself in debt and go above and beyond. It should be as simple as just two kids dribbling a ball in the park or slow dancing with your loved one, holding hands, going for a walk. Appreciate those moments. They're really, really special. Let me go through the chat real quick before I sign off here. Stop inviting Steel Font over. Jen Matt again. Jen Matt, stop inviting Steel Font over so she doesn't have to clean the bathrooms all the time. Jen Matt again. That's another thumbs up. You're really paying attention to the show. Steel Font threw up in my bathroom and didn't even tell me. He left and didn't even tell me. I found out later. Jaguar signed Christian Kirk. Huh. Interesting. That's an interesting move right there. Interesting move. Now they just need a quarterback. West, I posted in the movie section, but I want to get a list of must-watch kung fu movies. Yo, let's do it. I have, me and my sister, we watch so many kung fu movies. Man, I got a plethora of kung fu movies you guys can watch. Nufo says, Redeem Rhythm. Everyone have a good day. This is the rhythm of the night. Off key. The night. Oh, yeah. Geek Illuminati. Wonder if Rondell Moore will be fed more. Rondell Moore will be fed more. Nice. Later, Nufo. Peace out. Brian Joel says, just don't make babies. I'm not going to lie. I took that off the table, My stepmom had asked me a couple years ago, do you think you're ever going to get married and have kids? I was like, nope. I said, honestly, and I felt heartbroken about it. I was like, I think that ship has sailed for me, I'm in my 40s now. I have never met that person. The most important step to getting married and having children is finding that person that's missing in your life. And I just never found that person. I told my stepmom, I was like, sorry, I don't think it's ever going to happen, Now, for the first time in my life, I want that, I want the whole marriage and children thing, so I wouldn't mind it. I'm, not to go too far, and she's listening and watching me right now. But yeah, I think I want that out of life. Ain't no is short for R is not no. R is not no. Divorced, I'm saying single until I'm done buying car parts. Cassie says, feed me Taco Bell and I would be happy. I was single for life, but now I'm open to finding a human to love. Yes, Cassie, I love it, and go for it. Don't give up hope. Don't give up hope like me. I literally 2 years ago gave up all hope in ever finding love. But like they say, it's when you give up completely is when it just shows up at your doorstep and stays for a couple weeks and moves into your town. So don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. Dr. GTI says, have an awesome day, all. I'm on my way to Home Depot. I'm on my way. Geek Illuminati 310 says, Brian Joel, Blade of the Immortal. Great kung fu movie. All right. Blade of the Immortal. I got to write that down. Blade of the Immortal. Blade of the Immortal.
Blade of the Immortal.
Kung fu movie to watch.
Okay, cool.
Joey Salag says, it's really true. Money can't buy happiness, but it can help. Yeah, I will admit, if I had some money, I could take my girlfriend on an amazing date. But I don't think all the money in the world can buy a slow dance in the middle of the night. You can't buy that kind of love. You can't buy that. She agrees. Brian Joel says, Geek Illuminati, are you in the Discord? He is not. I'll get him down with the Discord. That's my cousin. That's my cousin, like my actual blood cousin. Our moms are twins. So me and him, I don't have a brother. I just got sisters. But the closest thing in life I have to a brother is my man right there, Geek Illuminati. Babies definitely cost money. Yeah, I'll get G down with the Discord so he could post some of that. Old Raven Farm says, gotta go, seeing my baby nephew. Yeah, so it's about that time. Let's get that theme song kicking off here. You know how we do it. You know when you hear that theme song, you know it's time. Headed out to work. Peace out. Jen Matt, thank you so much. Bam Britt with the dolphin. Boom! That was a classic dolphin right there. Before I go, I'll say this one thing. R.I.P. William Hurt. Let me turn this down a little bit. R.I.P. the actor William Hurt. He's been in a ton of movies. You probably know him from J'enrage de son absence. Just kidding. I actually know William Hurt the best from this movie called The Village by M. Night Shyamalan. He is the father to the blind girl. And in it, he says a quote, and I'll leave you with this quote from William Hurt, the great actor William Hurt, who died this weekend in Portland, Oregon. He says about his blind daughter, people say, you know, why are you going to let her go out into the town? And William Hurt's quote in that movie is, she is led by love. The world moves for love. It kneels before it in awe. R.I.P. William Hurt. Guys, Steel Fawn, the guy who wrote this song, wrote and sang this song, I'm On My Way, is going to be on the show tomorrow. Please tune in. The man himself is going to be on. We're going to have a great conversation. We're going to drink beer. We're going to party. We're going to have a good time. Woo! Let's do this. Thanks for tuning in today, guys. I love you guys. Love you guys so much.
Just lied. This girl is a tease. I mean, with ease, she makes me want her to die. She's standing alone and
Woo!
with her guy.
Until tomorrow. Later, Kareem. Later, Brian Joel. Later, Caesar C. Nick Magnuson. Later, Westside in the chat. Later, G. Later, Bam Britt. Hugs and kisses to Bam Britt. Lady Robin, whatever. Peace out, guys. Thanks for being here today. Love you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Join the Discord.
He said he got tired of the games you play. Never give it some thought. How to get you stay. Feeling some ground with the feet with the ball. Got your
Theo Fon tomorrow.
Your man won't call. Have a Superman pose with a brand new cape. Papa, give me some love and I'm on my way. I'm on my way. Wait. I'm on my way. Wait. I'm on my way. Wait. I'm on my way.
Later, Brian Joel. Later, Cassie. All right, y'all. I am out of here.